In this video I built Luigi Circuit from Mario Kart Wii in Minecraft. If you go on to enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. If you are interested, all of my builds are available on my Patreon, link in the description. Now on with the video. I started the build this week with the track itself. I wanted to get all of the track built flat first, to make sure that all the angles and turns were correct. Once it looked good enough to me, I built up the ramped area leading to the finish line first, and then using the Axiom mod, I moved the rest of the track up to recreate the height of it. After that was done, I moved on to the area in the middle of the track, where I began down by the starting line. This area was full of sand, and I tried my best to recreate the pipes on such a small scale, and I think they turned out pretty good. Next up, there were a few buildings to make, which were all pretty similar to one another. I also filled out the ground with mud and moss as I was building them, to make sure I didn't leave any gaps. There wasn't really too much room for the final few buildings, so I kinda just squeezed them in a bit, and I think it looks okay in the end. To finish off this section, I filled in the patch of moss behind all of the buildings I just made. I started this section by adding in all of the border blocks around the track, so that I knew how much room I was working with to create the water feature here. Once that was figured out, I built the outline of where the water would go, and then filled in all of the surrounding terrain, making sure to match the in-game version as closely as I could. The big cheap balloon was actually pretty fun to build. I had to make use of all of the different wooden slabs and stairs, so that I could replicate all of the unique shapes that it had. It's not often that I build something like this, and I think it looks really cool. The next thing I had to build was the giant pipes and the Luigi statue. This was probably the most challenging part of the entire build. I had to channel my inner pearlescent moon to make this, and with the limited block palette I had with no slabs or stairs, I think it turned out great. I mean, you can tell that it's meant to be Luigi at least. Now it was on to the stands. I first built the layout of where they had to go to make it easier to keep track of. The straight part was really easy, but then once it got to the curved section, I remembered how painfully slow it is placing that many stairs. The curve at the end wasn't perfect, but I wasn't going to touch them stairs again to try and fix it. The second level luckily wasn't as bad, but it still took absolutely ages to finish. Luigi hat. At this point in the video, I was running out of time to get this finished, but all I had left was the outside terrain. Originally I wanted to build more of this section, but I had just run out of time to do that this week. Anyway, this section was pretty simple, really. I just had to make the outline first and then fill it in with the corresponding block. With that, the build this week is complete. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more like this in the future, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more Mario Kart tracks built in the future videos. Just comment down below if you do. Also, special thanks to all of my wonderful supporters on Patreon, which is where you can find all of my builds, including this one. See you in the next one. Goodbye.